YouTube! Did you guys miss me? I missed you guys, honestly. I miss vlogging. I just haven't really felt like picking up my camera lately, but I actually have a few minutes to spare, and so I figured this would be a good time to do this. So, for those of you who do not follow me on Instagram, first of all, you should. Second of all, I actually updated everybody as to why I've been absent from YouTube, and the main reason is just because I've been going through some things personally in my life that just kind of put me in a funk, and I needed some time to take it in, learn from it, and figure out a plan of action. So just to give you guys a quick little update, I was planning on doing a prep series for nationals, and I had a intro clip made for it, like a really cool intro made for it, and I had actually filmed an entire week's worth of workouts, meals, and vlogging, the physique updates, the whole deal. And I spent a whole day trying to edit that video, and it ended up just being really stressful for me. I had a lot going on at the time, and adding the pressure of getting that video up and editing it and clearing my hard drive and finding out how to upload it properly and everything just became more stress than it was worth to me. So I had to take a step back. Spread myself pretty thin sometimes. It's hard to take a step back and be like, okay, let's reevaluate what's happening right now. So just to kind of backtrack a little bit, the last 3 weeks have been bonkers. I don't know what happened with my hormones or my moods or what, but I've not been myself, and I actually quit prep twice. I'm 5 weeks out right now, and I kind of just started. So to be training for the biggest show I've ever done in my life, it's a national level show, and to be feeling like this, it really freaking sucks. And so I'm trying extremely hard to get my shit together so that I can reel it back in and handle the next couple of weeks. And that way when I step on stage, I know that, yeah, I did have a rough start, but I finished strong and I gave it my all, and I deserve to be there just like everybody else. I don't want to be the asshole that goes on stage and just takes up space, because, a lot of people work really hard for these shows, and so I want to do it and be 100% into it. And so it's been taking me a little bit longer than I would prefer, but I'm getting there, and that's okay. I basically just bit off a little bit more than I could chew with my business. I moved from Hawaii in March. So I moved from Hawaii in March. I got here, decided to launch my business, and it ended up being a very successful launch, and I had a lot of clients in person and online. And I think what happened was I said yes to too many people, and I was being pulled in a lot of different directions. And on top of that, dieting, extreme dieting and cardio and lifting and posing and all the other pressures that get added on to your life when you do a show or when you do compete, it's very challenging to manage it all. And not only that, but I also have a 2-year-old and a husband to attend to. My husband also just recently got out of the military, and so we were dealing with that transition in itself, with him not having an actual career anymore. He also became an entrepreneur, also decided to get into fitness and to do his business. So it's just been a lot, and I'm a very strong-willed person. I'm a very strong person altogether, and I pride myself on that. And so it's really difficult for me to admit and say, hey guys, I need a break. I need to rest and take care of myself, because I don't want to look weak, and I don't want to admit that, I kind of bit off more than I could chew. In my head, I tell myself, this is what it takes to be a champion. This is what it takes to be a pro in terms of competing. And this is what it takes, as far as the grind is concerned, to be a successful business person. And so I don't want to be that person that's I couldn't handle it. I couldn't take care of everything that I agreed to do or whatever, or I don't know. I just don't want to be the person that says oh, I couldn't hack it. I don't want to ever be that person. And I just, sometimes I just am too emotional for my own good. I'm such a passionate person that I give my whole heart to everything that I do. And sometimes that means that I don't really take care of myself and my well-being. So by the end of my day, my tank's empty, and my husband and my son, they get the last bit of me, and it's not very much, and that really sucks, because it makes me feel like shit as a mom. It makes me feel like shit as a wife, and so I'm working on that. And a part of working on that was basically just taking a step back, telling Corey, look, this show isn't happening if I'm not feeling it. So I took a full-on week of dieting break. I didn't diet. I actually went pretty ham, ate burgers, fries, Pretty sure I had like 1,000 cookies. Like, I just ate whatever I wanted. Didn't do any exercise, didn't do cardio. I just was like, fuck it, I'm over it. And then I, you know, took a break from social media. Social media, you know, it's been a great part of my success, and it's something that I really genuinely enjoy doing, but it does add a little bit of pressure to my daily living. So I just felt really withdrawn, and I was like, I don't want to be around anybody or do anything. I just want to sit in my room and like have essential oils going while I listen to self-help books. Like, that's how my life was for a couple of days. It was really depressing and stupid, but I think I needed it. I think I needed it just to get it out of my system. It lasted a lot longer than I would have liked. You know, I was really trying to pull myself out of that rut, but there were a few days where I literally, like, it took everything out of me to get out of bed. And I've never experienced anxiety, but I think that I was having, like, I was getting so stressed out that like I was having little mini anxiety attacks and stuff. And so like I was just like, dude, what is happening to you right now? Like, you need to chill. And so I'm very self-aware. Like, I'm very aware of, you know, my body and how I'm feeling and stuff. And so, there's also little triggers. Like, I know little signs of when I'm about to crash and burn, because unfortunately this isn't something that's happened. This isn't the first time it's happened. And when I was in a corporate career, I would work myself into the ground, and actually at one point I got my key taken away to the office because they're like, you need to take a break and like stop working. And so, you know, there were times that when in my corporate job as well that I would crash and burn. So it doesn't happen that often, but it has happened before, and it's definitely something that I'm working on. I'm human. I'm trying just as hard as everybody else to survive in this world, and I'm learning as I go. I'm far from fucking perfect, you guys. Like, I'm not trying to put myself out there and be like, look at me, I'm this fit person who lives this great life. And, you know, like, yeah, I do think that I have a really good life, but I also work my ass off to have this life. And I want to share that with you guys because I want people to see that you can have whatever you want in life, but it is going to be hard work. Nothing's going to come easy, you know, and like, that's a perfect way of showing you guys is when I'm in these slumps, because I could have very well just not said anything and just kept it to myself, but I decided to just, you know, make a post on Instagram. I let everybody know, like, hey dude, I've been out of here, or I've been off of social media for the last week. It felt really nice to not feel the pressure to like make a post or to like motivate somebody, or to have people blowing up my phone and like me responding and taking care of everybody. Like, it felt nice to just step away and just kind of be selfish for a little bit and just like take a hot bath and paint my nails and, you know, just do like stuff that was more towards like getting my mental state and my emotional state in a better place. I specifically remember one of the days I was like, I just need to get out of the house and like get out of my room. And I went to Barnes & Noble and I got a couple books. I'm a very big audiobook person because truthfully I just get really bored of reading and I like get really distracted. But I was like, maybe I need that distraction, and you know, I could really get lost in a good book right now. So I went and I spent like $70 on like 5 books, even though I probably should have just bought one. I got a couple books, and I made a decision to start my morning routine off in a different way. So I now get up an hour earlier than I typically would have, and I journal and I read and I do a daily devotional. And again, I've said this in my Instagram, but I don't consider myself a religious person, but I do believe in a higher power, and I do believe that there are, you know, good in everything. Like, you can take what you want from it. Like, yeah, the book might say God, but whatever, you know. It's not the end of the freaking world. Take from the message and just go from there. And so I've been doing that, and it's been really, really helpful. And so I actually plan on sharing my morning routine with you guys because it is a little bit more time consuming. I do get an hour less of sleep, but what I've gained from it is a little bit more rewarding than that hour of sleep. And so I'd like to share that with you guys. So I'm definitely in better spirits today. Today's probably the first day that I felt like myself again in quite some time. So I decided that I felt like picking up my camera, and I do want to vlog, and I do want to have my channel going and like continue to interact with you guys and build this network of people who all connect on the same level and stuff. Like, I freaking love this stuff, but I have to do it slowly, and I have to do it in my own time, and I can't make this like deadline, you know, every week where I have to have a video out on Monday. Like, I can't do that right now. I can't commit to that. So I'm just gonna give you guys little snippets of my life here and there, and we'll go from there. Just because vlogging does take a really long time, you guys. Like, having this camera with me and filming my workouts slows my workouts down. Filming every meal that I eat, everything that I'm doing, it takes a lot longer. And I'm trying to be better with my time management as well. And then obviously, like, don't even get me started on editing videos. It's such a bitch. That's why YouTubers pay people, but I ain't got that kind of bread yet, you know? So I ended up taking a step away from in-person training, so that is an update I don't think I talked to you guys about. I was training at Self-Made, which, no hard feelings to that gym. I freaking love the shit out of that gym. Like, I'm gonna be like, low-key, can I get in here still? Can I work out here? Like, I love that gym. It's like a badass place, and I still want to own one day. But you know, I'm spending 1 hour with one client, you know, 10 times a day, and my time, I feel like, could be used more efficiently if I was working from home, and I can help more people, you know. And so there's a lot more things that I want to do. I don't want to just be like a personal trainer. My mentality is like, I want to train trainers, and I don't want to just work at Self-Made. I want to own a Self-Made. So it's like, my goals are so big that sometimes I have trouble starting from the bottom. And I did put in my time as a personal trainer. I think that I've learned a lot, and I think that I've changed a lot of people's lives, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm proud of myself for that. I worked my ass off to prove to everybody around me that this fitness thing, it's not just a fad for me. This is my life, and it's what I plan on doing forever. I'll be like that 50-year-old granny that's in there like deadlifting. Like, this is what I want to do with my life, you know. But I have found that I want to do this and then some. I want more. I don't just want to be a personal trainer. Like, there's so many things that I want to, avenues that I want to like touch into. So, not to continue on this huge ass ramble, but I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate people who continue to stay subscribed to me, who follow me on Instagram, and who interact with me, leave me comments and like my photos and all that stuff, because it's a direct reflection of like you guys liking my content, and I put a lot of work into it. So it's nice that it's valued. So I just want to say thank you very much. Like, genuinely thank you so much for every single person who has stayed by my side and has, you know, supported me in one way or another. If you're a client of mine, like, I love you, and I definitely want you to be a part of my life. I'm just trying to find the balance. So forgive me if I've had to cut you guys off a little bit and like tone it down a notch. I am a full-time online coach now, so there are going to be a lot more times where I'm available, because before, if I was in the gym, I wasn't available, and so I'd always have like be pushing things to the end of the day, and by the time I got home, I'm like beat. So it was like constantly playing catch up. And now this is my full-time job, and it's freaking awesome because I can wake up in the morning at my own time, which is still 4:30 or 5 a.m. I still got a toddler, guys. So I'm still getting up early, doing my morning routine, getting my day started, dropping Cruz off at daycare, going to the gym, coming home, you know, slamming out those emails and creating a schedule and things where I'm like just being more efficient, and it makes me happy. And everyone knows when mama's happy, everyone's happy. And so I'm doing my best. I'm trying to stay strong. I am pushing through these difficult times. You know, I have a lot to be grateful for, and I'm trying to remind myself of that. So I'm not trying to be this little, you know, woe is me and feel sorry for myself, but I do want to just be very open with you guys, because I feel like that's the least I could do, you know, is I'm not going to put on this front that everything's great when it's not. And I would have picked up my camera earlier, and actually did pick it up. I actually filmed a video like 2 weeks ago, and I in the middle of the video I was like, I don't even fucking want to do this, and so I turned it off. And so today I feel good, and I felt like talking to you guys. You know, Instagram stories kind of been my little mini YouTube. I've been on there a lot, and I like it because it's in the moment, it's raw, like there's no editing. I'm just gonna like be in the moment and say it and, you know, share whatever I'm sharing, and then I keep it moving. I don't gotta like spend hours like editing a video and uploading it and all that stuff. So that's why I like Instagram stories. So if you want more like day-to-day stuff, make sure you guys are following me over there. I actually don't really go on Snapchat that much anymore. I used to be like an OG Snapchatter, but Instagram stories just shit now. And then YouTube is gonna be, you know, something that I do because I love it and I like it, but when it becomes too much work, I have to just like take it back a notch. So that's my update, you guys. I am still committed to this show. I have yet to send my registration in, but I plan on doing that this week. So I am, I'm 5 weeks out. I am nowhere near where I'd like to be physique-wise, but I haven't put in the work, so Can't complain, right? All I know is I'm back and I'm ready to work my ass off these next 4 weeks for this show, or 5 weeks for this show. And once this show's over, I'm done competing for the year. I'm going to focus on my family, and I'm going to focus on my business and taking care of myself. And we'll go from there. So thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, please remember to subscribe. And hopefully you're watching this during cardio and burning mad calories. But I will be giving you guys some more videos as soon as I have time to film. Alrighty, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!